Welcome everyone to another edition of Hymns Lyrical and Rhythmical, where we dig into the brief history of the hymns that we sing. We check out who wrote the hymn, what brought about the hymn, what inspired the hymn. And as we sing it with understanding, we are connecting with God, the giver of the hymn, and we see him, we have seen him since we started doing for us what only him can do. We connect with his power, we connect with his grace, and we experience salvation, we experience healing, we experience reviving, we experience refreshing, and we are brought back to the place of worshiping him with that particular hymn in spirit and in truth. So today I welcome you once again. I am still your host, Matthew-Kadiri from Lyrical. Today we are doing the hymn Just As I Am. Just As I Am is a hymn written by Charlotte Elliott in 1836. Charlotte Elliott wrote this hymn 14 years after she got converted. She started her life as a young woman living carelessly. She lived a carefree life as a young woman. She gained popularity as a portrait artist and writer. She was going through life and she had everything going smooth for her, but she was just living her life without the consciousness of God. But by the time she was 30 years old, her health started failing. She started losing her health rapidly and she became bedridden. She could not stand, and she was like that for the rest of her days. The remaining years of her life, she was bedridden. But in 1822, a Swiss evangelist named Dr. Caesar Malan visited Charlotte's home, visited Charlotte in her home, and then she was able to counsel her, introduced Christ to her, and admonished her how she needed to come to Christ just the way she was. She said, you need to come to Christ just as you are, to the Lamb that takes away the sin of the world. So she was introduced to Christ, and she was made to know that Christ will receive her just as she was, and Christ was able to take away her sins and make her a child of God. So those words stuck with her. She didn't forget those words, just as you are. And then 14 years after, she was able to put the hymn into writing. She wrote the words of this hymn, Just As I Am, and then it became a powerful tool in God's hands to draw many others to Christ. She became born again, and then, though still bedridden, she lived the remaining days of her life in the joy of salvation, and she lived to 82. She lived until she was 82 before she left this world. Now, this hymn has been a blessing, and I'm sure it will be a blessing to you. But before we sing the hymn, I want to admonish you watching right now that you don't need to wait until you are struck with sickness. You don't need to wait until trouble comes. You don't need to wait until challenges rise before you give Jesus a place in your heart. Yes, he will receive you just the way you are, but it is sweet if you can allow him while you still have your strength, while you still have your breath, while everything is still going well, so that when the enemy comes, he is in you to give you victory. And perhaps things have started going down for you already. He's saying, come just as you are, and He will make life beautiful for you. You will still enjoy here on earth, and you will be able to reign with Him eternally in paradise. So, as we sing this hymn with understanding, I see salvation, I see healing, I see deliverance reaching everyone connected right now as we sing it. We are singing it in Yoruba. Bí mo ti rí láì ṣàwáwí, ṣùgbọ́n nítorí ẹ̀jẹ̀ rẹ bó sì ti pè mí pé kí n wá, olùgbàlà mo dé. Just as the Bible says, Jesus said, whosoever come unto Him, He will in no wise cast away. He doesn't cast anyone away. So as we sing it, whatever you need to come to Him with, just come to Him in faith. He will receive you and He will sort you out. He will settle you. Bí mo ti rí láì ṣàwáwí. Ṣe àwọ̀ tó